Hello everyone and Happy New Year to you all. I hope your celebrations were suitable. You may remember that the last die that I used in my last video was this one. And when presented with it, I didn't kind of know what it was or what to do with it. Well, the people at Pan, who are the manufacturers of this, said it was to fit a card which is a quarter the size of A4, which is what I did. However, lots of people have informed me that, in fact, this is a journaling die. Well, I'm a bit in the dark as to what journaling is all about, really. I know people put memories and all sorts of odds and ends in, but I thought I would try and make a card that was kind of journaling meets clean and simple, if that's if such a thing is possible. So look, I've just cut one out so you can see. Now I have a few reservations, I think the word is, about this. The card I've used today is hammered card from Paper Mill Direct. Well, any kind of textured card has got a right side and a wrong side kind of thing. And the right side on this is this bumpy sort of side. But if you're going to use this card as a journaling, I think they called it a junk journaling pocket or something, it would go like that, which means you'd have this bit, which is the right side of the card, and this bit, which would be showing, is the wrong side of the card. I guess you could do it the other way round. Let me just cut it out the other way round and see if I like the effect any better. Let's just get rid of that. I hadn't thought of doing that, to be perfectly honest, because there's kind of more of that than this showing. Where was that bit of... There it is. Let me just cut it out the other way out. So that I'm putting this down on the wrong side of this hammered card. So, oh, little Father Christmas's hat just fell down from somewhere. That was interesting, wasn't it? Right, let's put that up there out of the way. I'll try and remember to keep looking what I'm doing. Now, let me just fold this time. The other problem I've got is the fact that the right side of a die cut has got a smoothed down edge. So conversely, the wrong side of a die cut piece has got a kind of curved up edge, and I don't like that. So do I use it this way round or this way round? I think I'll go for this one, actually, the one I've just done, the second. I'd use this for a bit of scrap if necessary, but I want to do something about this edge. So what I'm going to do is this, grab an embossing stylus and just go over the edge to flatten it down, to make this edge look more like that edge. Okay. Same with this bit here. Push that in. Don't want it sticking up. This one's not going to show. So that looks a little bit better. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is kind of keep to a monochromatic sort of theme. Again, in an attempt to keep it clean and simple. So the colour that I've chosen is the very innocuous pumice stone from Distress Oxide. So my idea is this. I have a 5x7 card. I put this kind of there. I'm going to attach a heart that can, on a little bit of string, that can go into the pocket, onto which I'm going to emboss this butterfly. these are the plans. But we'll see how we go. The first thing I'm going to do is get rid of that so I don't get that. Oh, excuse me. Oh, crikey. I think that frog's jumped into my throat. Now, I'm going to do a bit with the edges of this. So I'll just get a blending brush. Oh, I've got it out already. I'm too organised for my own good here. So what I'm going to do is just lightly distress the edges. Now, pumice stone always looks very grey to me in the box. But once it's put onto a piece of work, whatever it happens to be, it looks much more beigey sort of coloured. Okay, so that's going to be this front bit at the bottom. Now I'm going to do the bit around the edge. Okay. Now I have got a few stamps that are sort of mixed media-y stamps from a company called Stamplerations. I'm not quite sure if Sherry is trading at the moment. She's been undergoing cancer treatment for quite some time, so I'm not quite sure what the state of play is there, but we all wish Sherry the very best for her recovery. So I'm not quite sure, as I say, what the deal is there. So we're starting, you see, it's starting to make a bit of a mark. Now, I found a fab sentiment amongst the ones from Stamplerations. And I've been talking about this for ages, but my daughter really is starting a new job. I think it's on the 9th of this month. So I've got to get the card done. And I've been thinking, oh, shall I do this? Shall I do that? Shall I do the other? This is the one I'm going to do. And the sentiment I found says, "You're my kind of wonderful." And both of us are just so proud of her that this is exactly what we feel. I probably should have stamped this before I did that inking, but I'll just put a bit of anti-static over it because I'm going to emboss this in gold. I want this message to stand out, okay? I want her to be able to read it. I did wonder about you doing it in luscious powder, but I thought, no, I'll do it in gold embossing, and then we'll see where we go from there. So, Versamark, dirty old pad. I've got a new one somewhere. Not sure what I did with it. And I'm going to do this just above this twiddly bit there. Okay. Sorry if I get my nose in the way. Okay. That's going there. Right, we'll just put some, this is a bit of Sizzix gold embossing powder. It's one of my favourites. I'll do it going down this way. I don't want too much to stick in the wrong place. Okay. I think that's okay. Yep, there's enough there. Just get rid of the excess. Okay. Lid on. And heat. Sorry about this. It always amazes me if people have difficulty in remembering which is which of your and your. Your is short for you are and has the apostrophe to say that the A is missing. But your is belonging to you. So in my mind, I find it difficult to understand how people get them muddled up. But One is you are and one is belonging to you. So there you go. Right, now I'm going to put some mixed media-y stuff. I found various stamp sets here from Stamplerations. They've got a funny colour, but they still stamp pretty well. So this one is quite a nice one. It looks a little bit like bubble wrap. So I think this is going to be quite a nice one to put on just here and there. Trying to decide on an angle. So a little bit on the side over there. Okay. Right, now what else have I got? I've got, stuck to itself. This one is just like the top of a bit of journal. It's got some holes like you'd have in a ring notebook, some numbers, and there's a bit of music manuscript there as well. So I'm just going to bonk this on somewhere or other. But I'm going to stick to this one colour of ink. I'm going to be using some Luscious powder, and I'm going to be using some Gilding wax, but we'll just see how we go. Put that so it goes over the edge. Oops. There you go. Just keep wiping myself, keeping the surface clean as we go. Now, this one is just kind of like an all-over crackle. So, I think I'll do that with some. I wanted to put some of this on as a finish. Let's do that. Let's do that. We'll see how it goes. Versamark this time. I think I'll put it on at the bottom of this bit here. Again. Ooh. Now, what I'm going to do is, with my soft brush, it's a Perfect Pearls brush, I'm just going to brush this over where I've just stamped. So it's going to pick up, it's going to stick to the card where the Versamark was. So I'm just going to get a gentle kind of crackle in gold. I don't know if you can see that. My watch has decided to not play ball, but I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of goldy. It's rather nice. And I think I'll do something similar on the top part as well. Shall I use something a little bit different? What is there here? I might use, what's that, a bit of text? A bit of text there. A lot of these have just not ever been used. I don't know why they've gone this colour. It's, I don't think they've been even exposed to the light, actually. Let me just, I don't know which way up this is. Let me just see. That's the right way up, that way up. Okay.
Glad to hear it.
Oh. He's the bane of my life. Oh, dear Lord. Right, I'm going to put some Versamark on this, and I'm going to put some of the goldy bit over. Let's do that. Oh, I forgot. Was that the way? Yes, I think it was. Oh, where am I going to put it? Let's try there. Let's try this. Do you know, I've done it upside down. Oh, have I? Yes, I believe it is upside down. After all that, it's his fault. Old Siri man. I don't know. All right. Let's do... There's the top. Let's have something else just to mask over there a bit. This is what I used as a shadow for under one of the chairs, I believe. I think it was the throny one, you know, the rather grand one that the frog sat on in my video the other day. Let's try this. Yeah, that is, I'm sure that's upside down. I don't think it actually says anything. How do I know which way up it is? I think that little bit there. Oh, goodness. Anyway, here we go. We won't worry about that. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of... I'll sort those out presently. A little bit of distressing with the... Well, gilding with the gilding wax. Just on the edges. This overall, I think I might put that actually, that one, over the whole of this as well, because it looks rather better. Let me just do that now with this. All over there. Ooh. This is Grungy Gold, by the way, from Indigo Blue, Luscious Pigment Powders. And I think you can still get 20% off if you put in the code, you put the code Chris YouTube. You can get 20% off whatever you buy. Right. I think that's disguised the fact that that's writing's gone upside down. Let's have a look at this. There's a bit of a line there, so I need to just mould that one in a little bit. Just let's use this. That's better. Right. Now carrying on with my gilding the edges. Do along this bottom edge as well, I think. Now, a whole bunch of stamps everywhere here. Let me just clean up a minute, see where we've got up to. Okay. Now, I think I'll throw this one out when I've cleaned myself up. I was going to put a bit of gold around these slits. These, I don't know what they are. They look like tears. So I've got here a Wow embossing pen. So if I just go around the edge of that, around the edge of the hole, when I put my, it's kind of like Versamark in a pen. When I put this around it, it should stick to that spot. Can you see? It's gone around the hole now, around the edge, just there and here. Put some on this one. Where's my Swiffer, whatever it's called? Big old dusting brush. Oh, it's very, very gold now. There's a little bit here. It says number, and then there's a line to write the number. So I'm going to write a number 1 on there. This is a oh dear, boxes of embossing powder are about to descend. Oh my lord, there we go. I'm going to do it in this colour, which is a Stampin' Up, Stampin' Right. I'm just going to do it in brown first because I want it to show up, but I'd like it to be goldy, so I'm going to go over the top with a Jelly Roll pen. So we've got a number 1 there. Now, the other thing that I did was I have embossed, this is a piece of scrap actually that I was trying out various luscious powders on to see what I thought. I'm going to cut out the letters that are the initials of the company that my daughter's going to start to work for, which is U and W. So I'm going to cut those out now, and I'm going to stick those onto here as well. I tell myself that's the kind of thing that journalists would do. I don't know what it is really, but anyway, that's what I'm going to do. So there's my W, and there's my U. So that's the company she works for, U and W. Now, throw the others away. Just trim these down a little bit. Bit more off that one, I think. Okay, and this one. I don't know if she'll see the significance of this, but I thought it was a clever idea. Might be a bit silly, really, but that's what I'm going to do. So, just to make those show up a bit more, I'm going to put some gilding wax on those as well. I don't mind if it goes splodgy. I don't want to be pristine over the top of the letter. I want to highlight that. This is from a Sizzix 3D embossing folder, and it's just like typeface, you know, of the letters. I don't quite, whether it's called typewriter, I don't know what it's called. Can't remember. But there we go. And I'm going to put those on to kind of there, I think. So I'll stick those down. I'll just clean up as I go. I need a clean one. I'm just going to stand up and see what's going on there. We're still in shot, and my watch has given up the ghost. Can you see? Look, it's back to a clock face. I don't know what I do. I don't know what I do wrong. I do a lot of silly things, I think. I'm going to adhere this with these, should I say, with some of this stuff. Oh, no, I won't. I'll use glue dots. I think glue dots will be probably better. They're a bit big, so I'll just roll it onto my finger stick it onto the back. A pair of tweezers. And on another one. I think it's too big. Let me just see. No, it'll do. That one will do. The other one probably would have done as well. Never mind. It's fine. We're fine. There we go. UW. That's her new company. Now, what was I going to do? Oh, I also ordered this stuff, and it's kind of a lovely twine. So I'm going to use some of this. I'm going to tie some of this. And what I thought I would do is make a little heart and have it on a piece of string so that it can either go in or out of the pocket. Let's just see how it's looking as far as what it's going to look like on the card. It's going to be kind of, I'm going to do it just kind of like that. Do you see what I mean? So it's kind of journaling meets clean and simple. Right, let's do our tying up. No, I won't. I will do the cutting out of the I'll use this one. Cut out a heart. And then onto the heart, I'm going to emboss the butterfly. So, to emboss the butterfly, I'm just going to pop it kind of like that, I think. I'll keep the hole free. I put down my rubber mat, which is here, onto my base plate. Rubber mat down, and my embossing plate, and run it through. Okay. So now I have the butterfly embossed into the heart. Put that on my magnetic sheet. Now I'm just going to distress the edges of this, and to do that, all I'm going to use is a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to kind of scratch sideways on to the edge of the card. Oops, embossed a bit too well there. What I'll probably do is to stick it to another one, which won't be embossed, which will make it a bit more sturdy. Don't mind this being a bit broken, because I can adhere it to another one, and that will be fine. Non-embossed. Right. Sometimes, you know, you do make mistakes like I did the other day, and you have to give up and just start again. I did cannibalise a bit of the card I started to make by using bits of it, but I don't know. Yeah. The same friends who came to us on New Year's, we went to another couple on yesterday afternoon, and we played some excellent games. There were some card games, such fun. I can't. It's called Uno Flip or something like that, and according to which card the person before you played one, and sometimes you had to turn the whole pack upside down and start again. But it was absolute great fun. Had a lovely supper. So it's wonderful to have friends, isn't it? So that's fine now. No problems. Okie dokie. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this one to make it look in keeping with that. It looks a bit foreign there, doesn't it? So what I think I'll do is, first of all, just a bit of colouring, just to give it a bit of, take the colour off, the starkness of the warm white. Okay, that's coming on. We're getting there. Now I'm going to put a little bit of gilding wax. I keep doing the same things with all of them. Put this on the mat because I don't want too much on this one. Over the butterfly itself. Just a little bit. Can you see this? Let me look. Yeah. I have to stand up this time to do it. Being as my watch is uncooperative. It's that Mr. Siri sticking his nose in, I suspect. It's coming on. Right. Now I think I will do... No, I'll do gilding wax around the edge. A bit more. There we go. I might stick some little pearls on this or something. I don't know. I'll see. There we go. Whoops. Oh, my goodness. What would I do without baby wipes or wet wipes or whatever they are? There we go. I love gilding wax. Absolutely love it. Now, I want to try and attach a string round this top bit and put it through the heart. So the heart is kind of suspended. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see. We will see. Okay. So here's my string. What I'm going to do is poke it through the hole 2 or 3 times. And there's some little notches there that I hope it's going to stay fairly high. Just wondering whether I should have it double to go through the... I'm covered in gilding wax, can you see? Oh dear. Down through the thing again. Haven't got much end this end. Let's just get it a bit longer. There we go. I cut this off. Now, tie it together, this end, then I'll put the heart on. Okay. Okay, let's try. Don't know if this is going to work or not. We'll see. Perhaps I'll just tie that around the heart itself first of all. So I've got the length I want. I don't want it much longer than that. So I'll tie it through there like that. And then I'll go back up to the top and I'll try and tie this in a bow, I think. Let's see. Sorry this is going on for such a long time. Right. Okay. I'll do another knot to hold it still. And now a bow. Okie dokie. It's fiddly. But we like fiddly, don't we? What have I done? Can't see. Let's pull the two ends and I can pull the... There we go. Now that should be able to go in there and out, shouldn't it? Right, I'm going to stick these bits down. I don't know if I'm getting there or not, but this is going to be it now. But the message is going to go inside for me to... there we go. Right, all I'm going to do now is to attach this to there, and we will have You're My Kind of Wonderful. Wishing my daughter success in her new job, and I'll do the other thing on the inside, the personal message on the inside. Well, as ever, thank you so much for watching. You do put up with a lot, I have to say, ploughing your way through to the end, but thank you so much. I do appreciate all those lovely comments. Thank you so much.